I forgot to hit the start recording button. That's awkward. But Angel, thanks for the 8-month resub, my man. I am doing all right. Again, been a good week. I'm just in the middle of so much work and planning right now. Less editing, more around just setting things up, renovating Discord, renovated Patreon, slowly changing up everything. I'm really happy about the Patreon too, because now I can actually offer what I feel like is really good perks for it. And then build that all within my framework. We have a lot of great ops to work with this weekend as well. And then I'm also working on an idea to do another Stargate op soon, but it's just a lot of framework I'm putting down for the future, and we'll be, you know, going well with everything. 5 saying, we are pleased that you made it through where we pretended we were going to murder you. We are very happy for your success. We are throwing a party in your honors of your tremendous success. Place the keyboard on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms on your sides. A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party. Make no further attempts to leave the broadcast area. Assume the party escort submission position, or you will miss the party. God. Thankfully, I don't even know how to reply to that. I thought of something, but I'm like, wait, no, that's dumb. All right, regular hydrate, you got it. The other hydrate's there, right? Should be. And if it's not there, then I apologize, you know. I guess Twitch took it away. But I know I turned it on. So maybe Twitch just hates me. Who knows? There's the fun hydrate. All right, just making sure. Beautiful freaking map here. Wow. That's a lot. Like, that is a lot of objectives down. Whew. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and put a prediction up, because I know we have a lot of people from both BIA and OFCRA in this channel. It's time to place your bets. Who's going to win this match? I'll put it to 20 minutes. All right, guys. Falcon is not on tonight. If he were to be on, he would be on, I think, the OFCRA side, but I don't think he plays OFCRA anymore, so...
Hello there, Liru.
And here is my friend NASA here, who's going to be co-commentating with me tonight. NASA, how are you doing, my man?
15 bricks, but no, I'm all good. I'm all good.
I mean, again, the last one was 140 people. That one went pretty well. This one,
very well.
160 to 170. Let's hope it does the same.
Hopefully. From the last one, if you remember that one, we went. The first one we started up was our first event with the BIA. It was more of like an introductory event to how we play OFCRA games. It was quite straightforward. It was a single defense of a city with a few objectives on the side, but mainly set around a central point. It's very easy to plan around, right? If it was your first time to the event, you'd have to make a plan for it. You could figure it out, and so that's what we did. This time, they've come to an event now. They beat us nonetheless. I think it was 12-0. They handled us in that mission. So now it's time to push the boat out a little. This is. I mean, you have watched many of our games. I'm sure you can attest. These kind of, I want to call them more interesting objectives, are kind of more our style. So this is what we're going to try out today.
All right.
With the added twist of lots of helicopters.
BIA was joking with me earlier that they'll be fine and OFCRA will win because BIA is going to slam one of their helicopters with like 25 dudes into the ground. So we'll see how it goes.
I hope not.
Yeah, right? But I'm assuming you made this mission because you made the last one.
Make this mission.
All right.
I made the last one as well.
Can you give me a breakdown? Because there's a lot for this mission.
There is a lot. Okay, let's start off. So,
you can follow along with the exclamation point
mission
mission
command. The main aim of the Chinese is to use the damaged JS Yahagi to shoot one of its launchers, VLS launchers, at the Japanese carrier, which is on the Japanese spawn. That's the main aim of this mission. But how do they achieve this? They achieve this by going to the Japanese secret lab, the racetrack, and the dock to acquire 6 digits. They get 2 digits from each place they go to, and with those combined 6 digits, they can enter into a keypad on the JS Yagi and launch the missile. Naturally, trying to prevent them are the Japanese. Japanese spawn at their carrier, roughly a bit closer than the Chinese do to attacking it. So it is an attack-defense mission, albeit only slightly. There's no real time to set up your defenses, but you'll get there slightly ahead. And they're trying to prevent this. However, being at the Japanese island, they do have some defenses. Located at the dock, the racetrack, the Japanese secret lab, and the JS Yagi are all AI defensive CIWS turrets.
All right.
Now, they have been changed to have 50 cal in them, not a 20mm. I'm not crazy. This is a PvP mission. We don't mess with that kind of stuff around here. But the Chinese know where the island defense terminal is. From the island defense terminal, it's not an objective, but if the Chinese are inclined, they can change the turrets to be on Redfall. Dynamically.
So here's a follow-up question. So you're using the vanilla CWIS turrets, right?
Yes.
So you re-scripted the ammo to fight fire 50 cal.
Yes.
So in doing that, because the CWISs would normally only with that CWIS target vehicles, but by re-scripting it to a 50 cal, it will target in. Okay,
yes,
I just wanted to make sure that was clarified.
It can chew up infantry if you get spotted. However,
yes.
Let's say the Chinese have it in their mind to take the defense terminal and turn the guns on their defenders.
I love it.
For a pickle as well. But
I love it.
As I said, it's dynamic. It can go the exact other way. Let's say the terminal can be changed sides 4, 5, infinite amount of times this mission, depending on how it goes down.
So just constantly. Oh my fucking
they can
god.
Constantly turn. However, it's also worth saying these turrets are also you can just shoot them with an RPG.
Right.
It can happen.
Yeah.
But it will
just
delay
be blown up.
Yeah, it will delay you. This is the point of these turrets from mission making perspective was to slow the Chinese down. Just to give the Japanese a little bit more chance to get in and dig in.
This is still going to be a 90-minute round, right?
Yep, still 90 minutes, so better
man.
get quick on it.
I'm happy. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, get quick on it. So, asset-wise, I mean, we'll see when we go into the briefing, but both forces, this is the other, like, kind of whiz on this mission, both forces are entirely carrier-based. Entirely carrier-based. The first part of this mission, they will have to be transferring their troops from their carrier, and including their vehicles, to the mainland. And without doing, if they just rush with their teams, they will have no mobility while deployed. Their vehicles are all located on the carrier and need to be taken.
So what vehicles do either side have?
So yeah, that's where we calmed it down a little bit. We have only Humvees on the Japanese side, and we have Tigers with big Chinese flags on the Chinese side, rather.
So I also have my chat asking the JSDF airbase. What's the significance with that position?
Yes. So at the end of the mission, just to focus combat a little bit, that will be a capture zone. So everyone is fighting at the end of the mission to who has more people inside the JSDF airbase to get some extra points.
Gotcha. All right, I'm not even going to bother with a point breakdown because I mean it's massive.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And I don't think I'm going to do a better explanation than you in that. So.
Oh, that's completely fine.
I mean, he's the one that made the freaking mission.
The racetrack and the dock, all of these where you can acquire 2 digits, give 2 points. They're 2 points if you take them, 2 points if the Japanese hold them until the end of the game. Or not till the end of the game, rather. Till 70
minutes, if I remember. Yeah.
Till 70 minutes, rather. Then the JS Yagi, if the missile has been launched from it by them entering in a code, then the Chinese get 6 points. If no code has been entered, and at the end of the mission it's completely unlaunched, it gives 6 points to the defenders. Now, this is another quirk of the mission. Let's say the Chinese wish to just rush to JS Yagi and just start entering in codes. They might get lucky. They can do it.
Now, for TeamSpeak to lag a bit, as 165 players get transferred to a TeamSpeak channel.
Are we going TFAR or no TFAR?
I'm doing no TFAR for this because when people die, you hear people. So
completely fine. I'm fine with no TFAR. But yeah, back to the putting in the digits. They can put them in if they so desire. But I'm warning you now, without taking any code from anywhere else, it is a 1 in a million chance. That's what we've been thinking. It is literally a 1 in a million chance they get the 6-digit code correctly.
Nice.
But that goes down significantly once they get the 2 codes from each of these 3 locations. Say they only want to go to 2 locations and get the code. They can guess at the last code, and I think it's a 1 in 100 chance. So roll the dice. You roll the dice. Yeah, we see both sides here. I hear nothing blowing up. I mean, that's outstanding. Yeah, you can see both sides now.
Yep. I'm watching them right now just to see the movement here. I'm seeing a few people doing some minor rubber banding, but I think that's just because the server is slowly loading everyone in here. I remember this happening a bit last time, but it stabilized by op start. So is it still going to be an 8-minute safe start for this round?
Yes, 8-minute safe start.
Gotcha. All right, so looking over Blue 4, we've got the entirety of BIA down. You've given them 2 UH-60s. No miniguns on the side. There's a third. One of them does?
Yep, so the Battle of the Armed Helicopters this mission, we have 3 Orcas with 1 minigun apiece versus 1 Black Hawk with 1 minigun. Well, obviously 2 miniguns in its case.
Right. So, and then we also have a VTOL. I'm assuming this is a vehicle variant. Yep, so it can take the Humvees here to give them mobility. That is quite nice. Looking over Blue 4's kits here. Gosh, what is that? What did the JSDF have as their primary battle rifle for this mission?
They have the new one added to 3CB factions. I can't quite remember the name of it. Give me a second. My job in teleporting people has already begun.
Yep. Go ahead. I won't bug you then. Let me know when you're back, and I will then bug you. Otherwise, we have basically some 7.62 rifles here based off of this size. We've got mostly 5.56 rifles. I'm seeing a mix of Stingers and some NLAWs for anti-vehicle capability. Not really anti-infantry capability. Those are more AT rockets there. That appears to be some sort of, I think that's an M40A5 bolt action there. So again, some bigger calibers for marksmen and whatnot. We got some mini-me's in play. I'm trying to see if we have any other heavy weaponry to work with here. Pilots seem to only have a handgun because they put their weapon away. But yeah, a lot of AA on these sides as well. Otherwise, I mean, we're already down to 5 minutes. I guess I'll do naming when we get to the other group. Quickly looking over at Blue 4 Special Forces are going to be guarding the terminal site here. We've got, looks like a Mark 11 of some sort, some suppressed 45 auto vectors, a 50 cal, some more NLAWs, and yeah, no, so it's just suppressed 45 vectors there, which, they're okay. They could be a bit better, but it's understandable. Op 4's Special Forces, the OFCRA guys, are a dive team with gun bags. I'm seeing suppressed P90s, an SVD. Oh my god, the P90s, though, that's going to completely outperform the Vector 5.7 versus 45 auto. And then the magazine size of 50 versus 30. Otherwise, he did say we had, we've got some Orcas here. I'm looking for the version of the one with the miniguns. Another advantage with the Gaz Tigers is you can have a guy turn out and fire from it, where with the Humvees you can't. But with that, yeah, no, they have a lot more helicopters to work with too. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant right there, the damn picture.
And yeah, I do try my best. All the vehicles
There's,
have their
3 miniguns.
weight changed. They can all be, they're all liftable. That's the whole point. That's all be liftable.
That's nice.
Same goes for the submarines for the diving unit.
So are the AKs that the Op 4 guys have, are they chambered in 7.62 by 39 or 5.45?
No, 5.45. They're
5.45, got it.
74 U's, or 74s rather, UKs I think.
Yep. Otherwise, I see some bolt actions down on the field as well. Some machine guns there, some PKPs of some sort. I forget the exact Chinese designation for these guns, but yeah, no. So 5.45 versus 5.56 with bigger calibers for marksmen and machine guns. Actually, that's a lie.
It's some 7.62 in their ranks.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. It is
and then the reloadable RPG.
Offset. The modern Japanese rifle is very, very late to come into service, and it will be for quite a while. So
yeah.
Ill stuff.
All right, so overall 3 minutes to go. Op 4 have some slight advantages, but I don't think it's gonna really mean anything for the sheer amount of players that are down. Looking at, I want to see the damaged ship here. You got the VLS up in front. I'm assuming that VLS is set to invincible. right?
Yes. I'm a ship. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah.
And then I'm noticing there's a little bit of a gap between the dock and the ship. So how are players going to get on the ship? They can jump it?
They can jump it, they can climb up the ladder, or they can land on top via helicopter.
Gotcha. Right, because the ladders are in the back.
Yep.
All right. That's this is awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at the docks now. The marker is okay. No, you have it literally right there. Laptop's there. I assume they interact with it, and the code comes up in a hint. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. It comes up in the briefing. It's a 2-digit code, and they have to acquire 3 of those, or they can take less than 3 and just start trying to guess.
Does it tell the order of it? So like it would.
Yes, it will say
Gotcha.
first 2. Yeah.
Yeah, first 2, second 2, third 2. And then where are these defensive sea whizzes?
They're placed randomly about the dock. There's one at each of these locations. Placed in ways where they can't be too oppressive. They're there to slow people down. They're not really there to kill entire teams.
Yep, makes sense. So you got the dock one there. We've got the racetrack one. Yep, on the building. I mean, these are all pretty good spots so far. And then let's look. Where would the third one be? At the Japanese Secret Lab. That one is, yep, on a tower. That one I'd say is the weakest position out of all of them, in all honesty. But yeah, no, it's not bad.
That's the weakest one because that is by far the best objective to defend.
Right, to defend, because you literally have an island. Yep.
On that one. And in fact, we'll have to see how the Red Blood want to take care of that one. But 1 minute to go yet, and nothing's blown up yet, and I can tell you, we have 60 FPS on the 60 FPS on the server. So, bloody amazed. But you know, we'll see how it goes in the mission. Very impressed so far.
All right. Otherwise, I'm going to go down my naming fiasco here. All right.
You all the best.
For BIA Blue 4 Commanding, we got Frankie Igor as the 2IC leading the squad of Kutai, which is the Special Forces team defending initially the Island Defense Terminal location. We got Yotza, Rio, Poison, DeJordi, Canarch. I'm going to butcher the hell out of half of these. I already told them. Zero, Game Nighted, and Danny. Commanding First Platoon is Thayer with Jane. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the rest of that. Under First Platoon, their lead, First Squad and First Platoon has Bizoki, Jarvis. Here, I'm going to switch my camera mode so we can actually see them loading up here. Yak, Tyra, Blue Samurai, Vlad, and Welshi. We got Vimper leading the second group in First Platoon with Bifixed, Desolus, Ivan, Mix, Clash, Viper X, and Nice Flesh. Leading the third squad is Kenway with Doe, Kalu, Albert, Sopix, Lynx, Ostwind, and Diffle. Leading the fourth squad is Bohan, Istan under him, as well as Pisixio. I'm trying my best. Dave, Hardcase, Kowalski, Mountbleed, what the fuck? Mabladi, and Coxome. Yeah, I just said Cox on air. All right, well, whatever. We'll just go with that. Anyway, most of Blue 4 have already mounted up and are starting to deploy. Looking to the south, Op 4 also deploying a large group of forces. They also have one of the helicopters going a different route. We'll keep track of where that is going, but continuing on with the rest of this. Second platoon is going to be led by Militech. We've got Seedorf leading the Wolf, Bot, Mazer, DuPont, Jordal, Steele, and Martis. Another squad being led by Pedrovsky with Wolfmother, Chewy, Lape, Kier, Andre, and Sale. Another squad led by German with Strale, Mile, Enzu, Alexa, Laser, and Beats. Another squad together. It's endless. It's fucking endless, NASA. Uniplay leading Skywalker, Soyo, Ghost, Flappy, Yuzo, Bolvan, and Pachilkis. I butchered that one. Then we got helicopter crews containing Jones and Osley, Rozdadam and Boogie, Murdoch and Nice Guy Phil, loading with Archer and Glenn and Joe. Op 4 being led by, I don't know what his real name is, but he's calling himself Mazone Don. It's Lolo. It's fucking Lolo underscore. I love him. No, it's Pogo underscore. My bad. It's just Lolo. Lollo. I remember him. He's got David.
For a bit of contact here, the dock, we got a helicopter going in to try it on against the CIWS. He's getting pinged already. We'll see if he gets taken out. It's a risky maneuver from Red 4. And he already sees the enemy helicopter, and he gets lit up further.
Oh my god. Very risky there, but he's going for it. So nice rush play by the helicopter. They're gonna have to take that out though to get down there on the dock.
This is a very risky play from Red 4 here.
Wow.
And they go for a hot drop. And he gets out.
That was amazing. Only Wombat fell in the water there. And I forgot there's this little under connection part that can avoid that, and they can just immediately get to the terminal here. So a great rush by Op4, but Blue 4 is going to be able to maintain the control of the other two areas. As actually we don't see anything, and there is another OFCRA helicopter moving to the carrier to try to perform a back snipe. So as I keep these Op4 guys in the background, let's keep reading. So David AF leading Zeron, Zint, Arano, Adriwi, Monica, Carlitos, and Funny Skywalker. Now we see the 50 cal firing, I think still to Chopper as it flies away. We've got first platoon being led by Professional Cult with Ni Mama Henpan and Wayuka. None of these, no one in OFCRA is Chinese, right? So they just picked these names to be based.
No, we have 0 Chinese people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They picked these names to be based. Got it. All right. We got Pogo _ leading Cali, Dennis, Ezio, Yeah, I'm sorry, just knowing that, it makes it funny. Rizbo and Barros. We just had an RPG get shot and destroy. Oh my god. There goes the crane, too. So, I mean, that one's down. Great RPG shot by Op4 there to take that out. And I'm looking, we got other Op4 elements already going to the damaged craft there to move up to it. But I will continue reading, excuse me. So Pogo _ leading Cali, Dennis, Ezio, Abby, Rizbo, and Barros. I think I already said that. Skipping over Abain. Demovar, who was part of the squad that came and took the docks position, is leading Ash, Solopol, Pingus, Wombat, Bexon, and Mr. Dave. Great job playing there. Looks like we already have a person dead. Roxy drowned over the... Yeah, by his docks. So that's kind of funny. But otherwise, Roy DeCamper leading Fridge Salesman, Cheeseburger, Newbass, Doritos, Lee, Moru, Swola, and Sky Online, I think on the raid on the JSDF carrier. So they're trying to find a decent landing position now. We've got Huey fighting, leading Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh with Roxy dead, Yustin Kipu, with Kun Pao, Lauga Mechili, Zonzi, they're all meme names, and then Chairman Mao with Sixor. We already have a few people unconscious here on the carrier. Jonathan's getting tossed around like a rag doll here.
Yeah, he may be a goner, but I'll fix him. That's fine.
With Flip for Flap as the 2IZ. Xi Jinping leading Llama, who has also drowned off of these boats here. With Navy Chen, Leziak, Jamame, and Yuru. We got Haytonen with... I give up. I give up. I give up. They're all just, they all picked funny Chinese names.
I will warn you right now, though, the 19th team, which I can say it's 19th, next to the Japanese carrier, is about to pull off a strike.
Yes, they are. I've been keeping tabs on them. They're using the script you have in OFCRA to get to the rooftop of the building from the ground floor. And
where is their AT?
He's there. It's Doritos. He's on the rooftop now, and they're going to scout for him. Now, guys, Falcon may not be playing, but Falcon is in our hearts under the diving
shot
unit.
Might be huge.
I know.
One shot.
Short. No. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was awesome. Welcome to OFCRA, BIA. The first game was a warm-up. This one... not so much. Now we have another helicopter coming in. Will it meet the same fate as that Black Hawk? Hydrate time. Oh my God, that other Black Hawk is landing. No.
That's such such a risky maneuver.
AT's already ready. Doritos firing the shot. It's a hit. What? It did. What? Enlaw firing back. Nice guy Phil jumps out. It's a good returning shot from the Enlaw, but how did that shot do no damage to the...
Wide miss there, my last second shot from 19th rather. It seems 19th are bailing off the roof.
Yep.
Apart from Sky, who is remaining.
He wants to fire some more GLs off. We'll see where that one lands. Oh, it landed short, unfortunately. More Enlaws being fired on the rooftop. Got Swallow jumping to another roof. He's firing more GLs. Again, I think that one's going to be short as well. Looking for the impact. I don't even see the impact. Damn.
Ooh, that was a lot of dead from Blue 4 though already. That's a bad blow to Blue 4.
You know, I'm not seeing a lot of skulls. I only see one skull from that. Then again, second platoon.
One body there.
Yeah, it might have been people that left actually, because you're right. That's 3 bodies there, and it's only half of that section is still on the server from my interface. So yeah, it was probably like 4 or 5 people killed. As now OPFOR pulls back from that raid, so a really good opening start. We'll just have to see how they continue it, essentially.
Even more important than... So there's a few points to mention already that have been interesting to me. One, the Blackfish didn't transport anyone.
Yeah, they haven't landed to the side right now. And it seems to have its cable ties on a boat. They're gonna airlift a boat. Interesting call there.
The Humvee's in the back of it. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the play was there.
Boys, OPFOR.
That is a speedy asset.
So OPFOR is gonna pull back from that area, as I called. They've landed quite a few guys at the base of the damaged frigate, but they're holding. They've got the rest of their OPFOR guys sweeping the docks here, another force to their south. And I'd imagine they're still funneling people around. We see a boat in the harbor right now, I think acting as security with its 50 cal. And then a lot more OPFOR guys being dropped on the coast to potentially load up in boats, or they're going to move their Tigers onto the main island streams here and have them drive up for support. All right, interesting early plays here. OPFOR slightly in the lead by taking the docks, getting some early licks, but that could still very quickly change. Whew. I still think, though, at the end of the day, still completely anyone's game.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
that
dear.
mobility loss, though, will really hurt them. But,
oh, no.
Oh, what's happening?
Did you yellow chain and red chain? Or is that my connection?
Oh, no, good point. I am also red chaining. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh, it was going so well.
No.
Oh. It literally, it didn't even desync into it. I think it literally just memory leaked because I just saw like all the aircraft in the air like keep going and then just rubber band back and then the immediate yellow chain. Oh.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Oh, it hurts. I see. So the Japanese were getting some early hits there, so they counterattacked with their cybersecurity division and took out the Chinese server. Oh, what a start. That's a big freaking shame.
Well,
so what's the plan? Are they going to try to restart it and go again?
I imagine something like that will be the play, yes.
All right.
Righto.
Well, you're probably going to go organize that, so I'll see you in a bit.
I think I will have to.
All right. Good luck.
Back in a second.
The carrier strike was too hard and it oofed the server. Yeah. Yeah, I would not be surprised. All right, guys. Well, I mean, they're going to have to probably just restart that. So going into the rest of the round, we're just gonna have to see how both sides adapt and what they're going to do. So
Sorry, my apologies. Yeah,
hello,
yes,
NASA.
hello.
Everything
Yes.
all right?
Yeah, server's clearly died. We're probably going to try and restart it if that's all right with you. We'll see if we can't get it done. You give another try at least.
Yeah, of course. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We really want to play.
Sound. Yeah. I think I'll have to look at some of the things. Some people had issues, I think, falling to the boat.
Yeah. Militic messaged me immediately.
Yeah, he messaged me too. Was it in spawn? He had it like
I
the start of the game.
I don't know where, but it was something. I don't know. He messaged.
All right, I'm gonna refund the points.
I couldn't find his name in game.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then we're gonna run a fresh prediction. So give me 1 second, guys. When they reset everything, we will get back on the server. I'm not going to show you all the servers I'm a part of, because some of them are vastly inappropriate. And we're just waiting for it to come up. Which is... is it up? No, it's not. It's rebooting. They got a really good server, though. There it is. Yep. So, how is everyone doing? Excuse me. All right, getting back on, and we're good. So you're about to see a massive transformation here of all of that. So here's the deal. When we start it up again, I will put up another donation goal. I'll set it for 10 minutes. You can rebet after seeing what's happened, because now things are going to change. So we'll see how all of that goes. Falcon, you are already playing, buddy. They named the dive team on OFCRA after you. It's called the Falcon team. So even though Falcon isn't playing, he is still playing in our hearts. The Falcon bet will reign supreme. So NASA is currently in other channels reorganizing everything. This is still going to be like 160 players, guys, and you're seeing that all. Look at all of those join messages. Look at them all come in. You cannot stop after a memory leak. We're already in the triple digits here as everyone funnels right back in. Falcon, I will not step on a Lego, but Bloodwing accidentally chipped a few plates, so I have been stepping in ceramic plates, and it's been painful on my feet, so it's okay. You're already winning. Which mods are you using for Chinese, Japanese? Gore, hit me up after the op. I'll send you a mod set, because I don't organize these events, so I actually don't know which mods they're using. I know there's 2 different Japanese mods for Japanese Defense Force, and then for the PLA, there's also 2 or 3 different PLA mods. So we'll see how things go. But I do appreciate all the meme names they've been coming up with. But look at the stream of players. Oh, that's brilliant. Just hope they're using EAW. I mean, oh my god.
Time to solo carry this donation goal for Among Us Dinosaur FCP.
So, it's funny how you bring that up, because I'm currently working on making a channel on Discord to schedule the names of the ops we're going to be doing, and I'm going to intentionally leave open slots for people like you, Mimi, who get these silly meme ops off the ground, and I have to schedule them in immediately. So... You're gonna see a few intentionally left blank slots for me to either make a standard op for or put a meme op for, because of all that crazy stuff. So if you want to follow and help Mini Miner's dream of watching Among Us operatives kill dinosaurs for the SCP Foundation, there's the goal, because I need surgery for a brain replacement after making that operation. So Kier, the heli got spawn camped, essentially. Which I don't know if they're gonna be able to do that strategy now, because I mean that publicly happened. So we'll see how things go. Ozzy, if you want to find stupid mods and join Mini Miner in the making of meme ops and paying for them, by all means. At least I make money so I can pursue my hobby in gardening now, all right? That's all I care about. And pay my mortgage. That's the more important one. Should have said that one first. There's an open staff position. You don't need to be a staff member to do that, Minnie. You just gotta put it in the ops feedback room or whatever. Not feedback, the suggestion room. Don't you worry. We'll run them as long as the things get paid. Tiberius, yes, but I'm probably going to do a second one, because that op went poorly. For lack of a better response there. Whew. You're chilling with mommy in a building and server crashes, Kier? That sounds interesting. All right, let me go ahead and put the second prediction wave up. Let's go. 1 second. Are you kidding me? It didn't save it? Oh my god, because it got canceled. All right, who will win this OFCRA match? Who's on blue for BIA? Blue, JSDF. Another 690 for Among Us Appreciator. Sign me right up for the SCP Among Us operation. Good God. Good freaking God. OFCRA op 4 PLAN. I'm going to set to 10 minutes. Let's go. Hopefully it won't crash again. Look, guys, I'm more than happy to make you guys really crazy meme ops as long as I can pay for surgery for my brain to get replaced after I make every single one. I will stream the development for you. I'll stream me doing the brain surgery to fix my head after fucking crazy BS. Among Us Appreciator. My God, what is the world coming to? If you get paid already, you'd give 600. I mean, I would say pay up to the goal, keep the rest for another crazy idea, Ozzy, because I'm sure people like Mini Miner are going to come up with them. Oh, man, my head's hurting just thinking about it. No, Gore, I don't. That's a joke because of how dumb these ops are. What about escape rooms? I actually do play quite a few escape rooms with Bloodwing. We're pretty good. At one of the escape rooms we go to, we hold 2 records for clearing the rooms the fastest. So that is a little hobby we do in the pastime. One of Bloodwing's ideas is when she retires, she wants to make an escape room business. So we'll see. Since it got turned down, we should do racing in DayZ or Arma. What do you mean by that? Go to Broadway and see Book of Mormon. I've seen. No, my brother and my mother saw Book of Mormon. I did not, but I've heard it's a very good thing because I mean it's made by the same people that made South Park, so of course you're gonna get something good. The DayZ 500, yeah. Falcon, that means Frost needs to remake his damn server, and I just dropped my frickin' phone on the ground like an idiot. So I spin it in my hands. You mentioned you're in Japan right now? Right. Nice vibes. Have fun. How'd you get in? A breeding visa? I love what's a thing these days. That'll never happen? Yeah, I know, right, Falcon? Good luck. I still need to make the fucking channels for him, too. I keep procrastinating on that. There's a few things I've been procrastinating on. Good God. And I need to play a bit more DayZ, too, because I've been lacking on that. No offense to everyone. I've just been busy with so many other things. Is it possible to make an escape room in Arma 3 with a lot of scripting? Yes. Do I want to actually do it? No. No, I don't. Because scripting is something that takes so freaking long, and we'll see how things go. You notice the quote-unquote hydrate? Well, so I've had that for actually, like, I want to say 6 months to a year. I just don't... An Among Us PvP op. Huckleberry? If I... Shoot me a message about that on Discord. I'll put a poll in my player base, and if I get enough people to run it, and I put, like, a $200 goal up, yeah, I'll do it. All right. Warm-up is 3 minutes, because we're immediately starting back on the operation. I've already done all the briefings and whatnot. So what I'll probably do for the video is I'll splice that with this footage, unless it crashes, in which case we're screwed. But... yeah, no, meme ops will be great. Players versus Bloodwing, Ozzy. That's not a meme op, Ozzy. That's a massacre. Okay? That's not a pay-for-pay op where, oh, you know, they have a chance. They're literally going to die. There's a reason she was part of one operation. And that was 4 years ago, and I am giving my player base the mercy of never, ever allowing her to send so many people to a mental hospital after they play that operation. Okay? Okay? There's a difference between a funny haha meme op and me protecting you from the horrors Below society. Oh, God. Why is the server dead? 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 You know... Maybe it was just my connection. Maybe it was just my connection. 1 second. Even though I have no dropped frames, so it's probably not my connection. Let's just hope, because this would be so cool. 1K goal for Bloodwing to fight players. No, Ozzy. Ozzy, I don't want to be... Okay, wait. It was just my connection. Guys, we're good. We're good. It's just my connection, I think. Let me in. Let me in! Let me in! Oh my God. All right, well. Wah. Oh, big sad. We call this a connection skill issue? Shut up, Falcon. You don't even play OFCRA anymore. Dab. Server's on the spectrum tonight. Yeah. See, here's the weird thing, though. It let everyone in fine last time, so why is it now magically breaking this time? This time. And never will, maybe. Well, maybe, Falcon, your girlfriend has a penis. We just don't know yet. So I just saw NASA mute himself in one of the channels, so I think he's gone into dev mode, because now he has to figure out why the server's dying. But otherwise... She got so... Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Remember, yeah, because Patchwork said that last week, right? When she heard it last week? Oh. Why is she going to kill me? No, she's going to kill Patchwork, because he's the one that publicly said it. I'm just kind of sitting there, like, smiling like I didn't do anything. See, why would she get mad at you over it, though? That's the funny thing. That just shows to me a little... whatever. No. I'm not gonna do that to you. You're my friend. All right. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. There's 151 people on the server right now. Wait, Falcon and his GF watch me as a couple? What? Wait a minute. Alright, well, I'm connecting back on the server now, so... Hopefully we'll get through all of this. Or we won't. We'll just go to OFCRA in 3 hours. Am I doing my part? What am I doing my part on? The Starship Trooper up this Saturday? Which, of course, I'm doing my part, but... Alright, let me quickly look here. So, we still have a bunch of people in the TFAR channel, and the server would have gotten to that 2-minute toll by now. So, I honestly think the server's still up. It just kicked a bunch of random people. So now we're just trying to get back in. And that's the fun part of trying to do that. Oh, boy. Yeah, you know, sometimes it plays out like this. We just gotta chill and wait it out. I might want to extend the betting thingy. I can't once it's down. I'd have to cancel it and remake it. But in the event that the event gets canceled, I just, you know, refund it to everyone because shit happens. You can't wait to tell me that I was wrong? 50-50, Falcon. 50-50. I think this is going to be the last hydrate, quote unquote, because... Oh, there's still stuff in there. What happens in Bloodwing Dev? You mean Bloodwing and Dev made a horror op? I mean, that'd probably be scary, not gonna lie. Arma not being able to handle a large player count? I'm shocked. Well, it handled 140. So naturally, we bump it up to 170 and we see what happens. I don't know. There's some Russian servers out there that can handle over 200. I don't know how the fuck they do it. Probably some scripting code magic BS, but hey, works. Wow, Falcon. I mean, going off on a 10%, I mean, good for you, you know? Good for you, buddy. If that's how you want to play it, go nuts. Oh my god, why did my game just do that? Just tabbed out magically. All right, cool. 10% chance. I mean, hey, I get it. What's the server count capped at? 198. Gotta be cautious. Fair. All right, back on the... Oh my god, yeah, so I didn't... The server didn't crash, I crashed. All right. Woohoo! Server is not having a good day. Hey, as long as they're moving and not moving in place, technically it's a win. No, Gore, it's not World War II, unfortunately. I thought that too when I was reading it over, but fortunately that is not the case. All right, looking over the map here to focus a little less on the desync prospects here. We still have a lot of OPFOR guys landed at the carrier here. We've got one helicopter moving in. NASA's probably working in force right now. I'm going to go ahead and move down the Deagle link because we don't need that up at the moment. But he'll probably be having to respawn a lot of players that are still, you know, connecting in because we're trying to get a move on with this operation. So that's going to give the defenders a bit more time to break all their forces around and get things sorted. Looking on the map here, you see a little bit of rubber banding as people are connecting in this fashion. But otherwise, that's going to allow Blue 4 to pretty much fully deploy on most of these objectives. OPFOR now starting to fully deploy right here and move their forces out with that one helicopter in the lead, so we'll see how things go. And we will be adjusting accordingly for all of this. But the bet is still on, guys. Yeah, use Everclear low freezing point. Oh, man. Alcohol to cool your computer. And then you can have a little straw and drink it and refill it to, you know, keep it fresh. What a life. But otherwise, with that restart, because of that server crash, I mean, again, 50-50 that the server will maintain itself, but we'll see how everything goes, as both sides are going to be suffering some minor logistics issues as they're getting in their entire force. But we're still at 160 players. So I think that's our hard limit. Probably split it in the middle and set it to 150, so 75v75 in the future, which is still pretty fucking cool. Because last time I saw this level of issues was when... FNF was trying to push past 124 to get to 130, 140, and there we go. Orca down. It was only a matter of time. Looks like everyone survived. As I say, there's a +3 in there. So there's 4 people unconscious in the helicopter as they try to pull away. Blue 4 doesn't have anyone nearby, but OPFOR doesn't have anyone to come in to support. So we've had a helicopter snipe today. We've had a chopper go down. What a messy start we are going on here. What's the bet? The bet's who's going to win this scenario, but I think it just cashed out, so no more room for betting, unfortunately. I don't know what those final numbers were. Once again, we had a chopper come in and land on the docks. However, it did not aggro this Sea-Wiz. Instead, that Sea-Wiz actually looking up in that position. And you've got this helicopter. It used its quiet engine. Now you got the players starting to jump down again. They're doing the same strategy they saw earlier, but this time it looks like they didn't take any fire from this Sea-Wiz. Again, the Sea-Wiz are re-scripted to fire 50 cal here. So we will see how things go. Was that a Blue 4 shot or desync? I think it was either pilot error. No, it was pilot error to desync. So there was no Blue 4 around to actually take those shots. Now you got that 50 cal firing, and the helicopter is moving away. So we'll probably see, once again, Op4 take this position, take the code, and then hit that C-Wiz for those points. As Op4 is a little slower here to do this, but we also have that helicopter coming in to land at a neighboring city. So I think Blue 4 is planning to be ambushed here, but we will see how all that goes. Meanwhile, on the behind-the-scenes side, I see NASA up with a few BIA players who are outside of the TFAR channel, so I think he's trying to get them in to spawn them in so we can have Blue 4 up to full strength. But a really interesting thing, there is the C-Wiz going down again. And there's the crane going down as well. But Blue 4 also, I don't see them trying to defend these actual positions on the outskirts. They are allowing Op4 to pretty much land there, take these positions, and then fold over to the ship position here. But they are also putting a large defense on the defensive terminal position as well, which there's no point if they're not going to be defending these outer areas as well. So I think they're just going to go for holding the JSDF base and holding the damaged ship. So we'll see how things go. And yes, the C-Wiz was re-scripted to have a 50 cal instead of a 20 millimeter for the sake of balance. It'll still pick off infantry, and if anything, re-scripting the vanilla weaponry off of the C-Wiz for a different weapon will allow for it to target infantry, because the C-Wiz with that vanilla 20 millimeter won't fire at infantry, it'll only fire at vehicles, but by giving it a 50 cal, it will fire at infantry as well. So, pros and cons. Pros and cons. So now we just have to see how the rest of Blue 4 decide to deploy here and how Op 4 follows through. Again, how they were setting things up is we might see an attack on the defensive terminals from this group that meets up. Op 4 also putting up a large force right here. Other groups have landed. And we still have a pilot bleeding out in there. But otherwise, they're lining up to set up to take that position. We still need to see Blue 4 and Op 4 activity around the racetrack and the Japanese secret lab to get the code to fire the VLS at the carrier itself. And maybe Op 4 will be trying for a back cap on the rear as well. So we'll just have to see how everything goes. Game has slightly changed now. It's really against Op 4 in the early game because they've downed a helicopter. And we also have Blue 4 sending a chopper down south. They might try a bit of a back cap on their own because Op 4 still has a lot of forces on the carrier and they're still setting themselves up. So we will see how things go. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think that crash that happened for the first part that caused the restart was simply because the server genuinely did run out of memory. Because 160 players covering this large of an area on a detailed map like Gulf Coast, it's got a moderate level of detail. Not the most I've seen, you know, not like any, gosh, what's that map? It's not like Ex-Camtanis. That's the most detailed map I know of, but that one you cannot get more than 20 frames if you have over 30 people. But, you know, it's not a super less detailed map like, you know, Desert Island. It's somewhere in the middle. But with so many players on in so many different positions, guys in the server to render so much, not surprised that something like that simply happened. So still seeing movement everywhere. Op 4 have set up. Doesn't look like they're really moving from Boko Grande now that Blue 4 might be expecting a counterattack. But otherwise, it's up to Op 4 to spend another few, I want to say 10 to 20 minutes maneuvering their forces in. And we still have everything going here. When was I poked? I was just poked saying, gonna need you by the Blackfish. Oh, dear. Oh, man. So Glenn poked me because he's the one that set this up. 1 second. Here, I think he needs them for like a bug thing. So I'm just telling him to poke NASA instead because it looks like they're going to double air tow. I see what they're doing. So they have a Vic loaded in here and they've got that carrying one boat and they've got the Blackfish carrying another boat. That is ingenious, but also terrifying. Yes, they're trying to get an admin for fixing something, which is pretty funny. Op 4 moving up from that town And otherwise, looking at the rest of this force here, OPFOR loading up in the rest of these helicopters and moving out as well. I don't see any of them really taking their Gaz T-Gares here, so maybe the helicopters will pull back, pick those up, and start moving them as the rest of the infantry get deployed, because we also have this force right here getting some of these boats and moving out. Meanwhile, there is also a Blue 4 helicopter coming around right here. There's only 2 of them, though, but they have the armed UH-60, so that Vic might come around and try and do some gun runs on OPFOR's spawn points. So that'll be an interesting call. 90% chance they will blow up on takeoff? Yeah, I know. It's gonna be an interesting one. And then you still have a Blackhawks back here, probably picking up any additional players that arise. But I'll be curious to see where this goes. I also love how the flag is like pointing down like that in that spike. Ooh. Now we just have to wait and see how the rest of this plays around. And yeah, I mean, I just put the Deagle behind the game just to put it away, essentially. It's still live, don't get me wrong. But, you know, just so it's not on the actual game footage. All right, so OPFOR slowly moving up. They're going a bit more on foot. They don't want to fly right in here to risk all that stuff moving out. OPFOR, meanwhile, coming up with one of their armed... I thought I saw a minigun. Yeah, on that Vic, they're coming up with that. Along the right side, otherwise they're moving their infantry around. You got a Blue 4 helicopter also coming in. This has another 4 or 5 guys that are going to be deployed down here. And we will see how that goes. Looks like they're landing right on the coast. Oh, they're going to fast throw. Well, it kind of works. I mean, they're not dead. They hurt themselves a little bit, but they're fine. No one getting taken out in any unfortunate para-dropping accident. Yeah, so I think they're waiting now because the boat got partially damaged. The gun is pointing down right there, so let me show you guys something. Gun's pointing out like this, it means it's active. If the gun's pointing down like that, that means it's disabled. So I think they're trying to get an admin to fix it because they borked something. Because they're trying to do a really glitchy way to transport 2 boats at the same time, which is pretty based in my opinion. Otherwise, we're just waiting for OPFOR to now fully deploy their forces here and to see how things go. Yeah, oh yeah, the Blue 4 choppers. The difference, Drakon, is the Blue 4 choppers are from Vanilla. No, excuse me, no. The OPFOR choppers, the, oh my god. The Orcas, that's what they're called. They are from CSAT, Vanilla, which are rather quiet. And RHS is where the Blue 4 choppers are from, which try to make their stuff as realistic as possible. So they get the noise levels right, where, you know, vanilla video game is going to be a little more quiet on the ears. Whew. Anyway, guys, since we are waiting for OPFOR to fully mobilize all their forces here, we got another team heading up this way. I don't know if that's because this helicopter has spotted that Blackhawk. Nope, it is cutting right. It's going to probably try to drop a 2- or 3-man team on the racetrack position. Or those guys might just be AA gunners. And then they got Mr. Dave. He's in a different helicopter. I'm trying to figure out where this guy is specifically. I love holy fuck. Zang Zang the Poo. Just freaking names, man. I love communities like this and Papega Pirates and FNF that'll rename all their guys to fit a theme. Just for the hell of it. Stretch now? What am I stretching for? What's the final count for today in terms of what? You mean player count? If I were to check the TeamSpeak channel, it is 163. Though the first round was 165, but yeah, they did all that. Posture stretch? I hate you. Ah, my back. All right, fine. Yeah, it's a pretty massive one, but the server already had a memory leak and crashed, so that's unfortunate. And now you got that Blackhawk. It's somehow damaged its tail rotor. So it's spinning out of control. Easiest way to get out of that is you gain as much altitude as you can, and then you commit the helicopter to a single direction, and then it'll be able to auto-rotate itself out. Now, as soon as you start bleeding speed, though, you will start spinning like that again. So once you go in for a landing, you have to be very, very quick about it. But there you go. You see him auto-rotating out of it. And now he's going to be able to have control of that. Just remember, though, when you have your tail out, you can't do Q and E to make micro changes because that's what that tail rotor's for. Fun fact with helicopters. So you got these two guys deploying out. That is that an AA guy? No, it is an AT guy with no AT, though, and he is with OFCRA with 1st Platoon Command. So I think they're going to try to call out a good landing spot for the racetrack, and on the assumption that Blue 4 has force here, but they don't. So OFCRA is going to play these incredibly cautiously. But as I was saying, that Blue 4 have deployed a force at the Japanese secret lab, only a single squad. So we will have to see how that all plays out as well. You know, I find it interesting that it also mem-leaked on this map instead of Gulf Coast. Because, excuse me, instead of Roche. Roche was the first map that was played with 140 people on OFCRA's framework. But Roche is a much more framey map than Gulf Coast. Unless you go to an area like here, where it's very asset heavy. Hold on, as I'm speaking, we've got a UH-60 firing at a boat, and now we got an Orca here trying to engage it. Here's the thing, though. That UH-60 doesn't have any rear or front defensive or offensive capabilities. They're all on the sides. So if the helicopters, the Orcas for OFCRA, just stay on the tail of the UH-60, they can continue to engage it. So now you got this guy pulling away. Looks like he's gonna bugger out of that position. Might catch that helicopter out of position, but now he runs north instead. And he is gonna do his best to get out of here, as OFCRA have cautiously made their way back up to this area here. He's still got those guys waiting. OFCRA coming in close, though. They might be able to take out that Blackfish, but I think they're stalled because of a bug issue. And then yeah, so this is the Japanese flag. It's freaking Robo Godzilla. And then the Chinese flag for their faction is that. Oh, that's beautiful. So right now, OFCRA just doing a lot of staging points right here. I'd imagine these boats, I think, are going to come up and try to hit the secret lab or develop a flanking attack to the Yakagi. We'll just have to see how all of that plays. Looks like Blue 4 are now starting to mount people up in this helicopter here as they wait for the rest of their people to jump in as NASA spawned them. But I've noticed not a lot of helicopters have been going for vehicles either. So we'll just have to see how that goes. It's Mecha Godzilla, right? Could you make a horror op with North Koreans and Chinese running from a Robo-Terminator version of General MacArthur controlled by me? Fives? We have an op suggestion channel in the Discord. Feel free to go nuts. I will put donation goals up. I really don't care. If you really want to see that in Arma 3, pay my grocery budget. We'll see how things go. Alright, so right now my eyes are on OFCRA slowly moving the squad up to see what they try to pull here. Blue 4 mounting up more people in that UH-60. Speaking of UH-60s, the Blue 4-1 is coming back. Gonna try to go for some engagement here. The OFCRA helicopter is grounded on the beach right now with some helicopters. We might see the UH-60 get some good licks in here with its miniguns. I can't seem to get my third-person cam on her. There we go. Woo, that's loud. Not gonna lie, that blew out part of my ears. AA fired! That UH-60's going down. Someone jumps out. I know, Ozzy. I keep it hidden when I'm doing stuff like this. UH-60 shows a bit of buoyancy here. I'm not sure if a UH-60 is actually supposed to be buoyant like that. Oh, no. That might have just memory leaked the server. Nope. Yeah, server recovered. Oh, people have always been suggesting meme ops, but many, I know you have started a little bit of a new trend here, so by all means. So I'm trying to see what survivors are going to come out here. We still got Jet Jaguar in the helicopter. Archer was the other guy who pulled out. Looks like Loading is still alive here. So he's, Jet Jaguar is the group. So he is now swimming around there. But otherwise, that is the armed UH-60 down. And now you've got OFCRA moving in to assault this Blackfish. So yeah, I think they were trying to call an admin because they damaged the Blackfish there. OFCRA is kind of exploring it to see what's going on. This wall is just running up here going, what is this? What's going on? Is he gonna see the pilots in there? No, he did. Not from his angle. So he's not going to the front. Pilot's just there like, hey, what's up? You, is he gonna try to get on the 50 cal and shoot him with it? But that 50... Oh, no! Oh, my God, the vehicle's 50 cal resistant. The pilot's just looking at him like, hey, what you doing? Glenn takes no shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. And now he's on his radio too because he got the T-FAR animation out. Oh, that was beautiful. That was actually beautiful. Dude literally goes, oh, you're shooting a 50 cal at me. All right, here, 1 second. Gets out, pulls his sidearm out, blows his head off, and then they get back in like, let's get out of here. Now, here's the question. Is AT gonna fire? One shot, but it's a Blackfish. So it can take an RPG-32 round. All right, here come the boats. I have no idea how this is gonna work. What in the tomfoolery? Go back to playing with Nerf guns, you freak. I love it. Oh, man. This is just a recipe for disaster. So they're getting their AT out. Doritos has it. New Bass has it. What are they doing? Got Blue 4 flying around over here. Yeah, they cut their ropes and they're just gonna go for it because they don't want to risk these things clipping into each other. And they're just gonna get out of here before they take more AT. OFCRA, I think, had an opportunity to put some more AT on it, but chose not to. Might have been, yeah, too much weight for them to properly lift off, so they had to stay low. Oh, man. Roy just freaking iced a dude right here. That was just literally on the carrier chilling with his aviator shades, but nope, he's dead. Now they're firing rifle rounds at this. Where's she going? What the Blackfish doing? Oh, GL would be too slow, guys. It's landing. Get that AT out. Are they gonna wait to see the people get out? Yep. So I think they picked Glenn off, which I find that really funny. Glenn gets out and just blows a dude's head off with a handgun only to get sniped by a bunch of chuckleheads on a building. Ah, Robo Godzilla couldn't save them. Or Mecha Godzilla, I forget. But we also have OFCRA coming in with their dive team in an SVD. That's funny, because I feel like OFCRA would rather use that as a missile. Or I guess a giant guided bomb, maybe, perhaps? I don't know. Otherwise, Blue Force fully deployed themselves, so OFCRA is just trying to plink at what they can. Glenn... Wait a minute. Wait, but... Oh, right, because King Ghidorah... Yeah, right. Okay, so that's the name of the group. Joe's the one that got shot. Glenn's still alive. Okay. The names of the groups are throwing me off because I genuinely think they are player names, knowing people. Glenn is the MVP. Couldn't shoot the way. I know, Swilla. Oh, and then you tried to then get him in the rifle fight, but he pistol whipped you. What's against the rules, Spiky? If they crash the building, no, they're not going to crash the Blackfish in it. So here's the deal. OFCRA does allow for vehicle ramming, and they do allow for dropping. The most Chad thing I have seen in OFCRA is someone sling-loaded a Humvee into a battle tower and killed people with it. This was like months ago, but it was one of the most Chad things I had ever seen. You did get wrecked, boys. I'm sorry. But that's okay, Mr. Swola. You'll get them next time. Looks like the server desync stabilized, though, so hopefully no more random memory leak crashes. We've got OFCRA coming up in 3 boats over yonder. Group of 5, group of 8, and a group of 10 coming in. They got the smallest group screening, the second largest group kind of in the middle, and they are just riding up the map edge. Now, I don't know if they're going to bypass the damaged ship and either go for the secret lab, or they're going to cut in and try to get the Yakage there. Otherwise, you still got this 3-man OFCRA team. Blue 4 also have a command element close by, but the only thing defending this position... oh! Got destroyed! They sniped it. That's why they had the OFCRA AT guy. So, if I click on you, which it's not letting me... I'm going to see that you... Okay, you don't have a vehicle kill, but that's the only logical thing I can think of from this angle that you'd be able to hit, because you can engage. That was like 600 or 700 meter shot, but you can go that range with the RPG-32. So now I think they're just waiting to see what else gets deployed. And then we got OFCRA here. Trying to figure out, can they climb on this? And then, like, fast rope onto the carrier. That is going to be the most base thing I have seen all day if they are able to do it. Glenn, meanwhile, checking his friend's body as Nubass comes in on point here. I swear to God. What type of Special Forces BS is this? He's going to shoot Glenn? Yes, he is. Oh, man. He's just suppressing at this point. Did he jump? No, looks like the rest of them are going for it. This is going to prevent BIA from getting any of their Vics off now. But I'm not sure if they even wanted to do that based off of where all their units are being deployed at the moment. So I guess, how are they going to get off, though? I'd assume it's because they're going to then fly off. You got Welshie back here. But he just lost connection, became an AI. Yeah, so the rest of them are jumping off. The Great Migration. Here we see the Chinese forces getting onto a Japanese carrier. Here they migrate to taller places as they now make a leap of faith with rope. And there he goes, down on the carrier. Safe and secure. Did you just... Well, I guess that's one way to get off. You just take a Vic and you drive it off the edge. I think he was trying to make it, but he didn't get enough speed. Oh! Oh my god. China now own 2 carrier. Why missile strike it when you can capture it? You might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Totally just a dude chilling. New Bass pushing up otherwise. Looking at the rest of the map real quick. Yes, the boats did indeed bypass. They are going for that. We got the UH-60 on the side. We'll see where that goes. Got another UH-60 up here. OFCRA still chilling on the racetrack area. And OFCRA slowly starting to make their forces into the port area so they can get onto that ship. And we got more guys loaded in the gases. They're bypassing the defense terminal position. So I assume they're going to take this, get the code, launch the missile, and then go for the Air Force base by the end. So he's just looting stuff. Glenn trying to find a way to climb out of this position. I don't know where the closest ladder is, in all honesty. So he might just be a little SOL there. An OPFOR in order to get out. They're working on Roy because I think he jumped off or his rope snapped. Now you got Nubaz looking around. Is he gonna spot Glenn? Because he might spot that that Vic. And China went to Japan and said, "This is mine now." Uh-oh. Does he see him? Yes, he does. Use the RPG. Are you gonna climb down here and try to get him, or are you just running off? Oh no! Nubaz is probably taunting him. I'm just like, hi. Yeah. I fell. Looking up at Nubaz. They're making a deal right now. Yeah, he's pointing stuff out. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't see a ladder from the climb up onto the ship, though, and even if you get onto this part, I don't know how you get onto the next sections. Oh, yeah, no wonder the ship is screwed. It's stuck in the dry dock. That's a joke. And you still got this SVD coming around over here on the left side. I feel like it was already there. Maybe they dropped it off and then wanted to change their positions. But otherwise, you got OPFOR command for first platoon now moving in. They're going to get the second piece of the code. How has D-Day reacted? This is going to be our main firefight for the next spot. You already got Yak get shot. He's failing his wake-up checks, though. And Enlaw is fired down onto OPFOR's position. It wounds them, but Enlaws don't do a lot of damage. You got a dead Japanese guy there as well. Probably part of a patrol team as OPFOR now basically encroaches this position. Now you're having RPGs fired in response. Enlaw has been shot. Excuse me, dropped because it's a single shot disposable. Did I say SVD instead of SDV? My bad. SVD is a rifle. SDV is a submerged diving vehicle. A torpedo with live ammunition. See, I'd assume the Japanese to do that, not the Chinese. That was with the freaking kamikaze planes and whatnot. Good repositioning here, but not able to capitalize on it. I think he got a few wounds, but no headshots. Blue 4 doing their best to hold. They got a really good position, but Op 4 just have way too many guys around. That was a smoke round being fired up in that tower, which I guess works, because if you can suppress their vision, they can't fire down at you. So that's a pretty good call. Is it a SEAL delivery vehicle? Oh, I could be wrong, and you might be right. Because, yeah, it might be for, you know, Navy SEAL use. I thought it was that, but I will look it up afterwards. Here's the thing about YouTubers and Twitch streamers. We're only right 20% of the time. Anyone that has a higher ratio than 20% is lying to you. Fun fact. Take it from me. At the rate this is going, that was an HE round. Ooh. Oh God, the Sea-Wiz! The 50 cal Sea-Wiz! Literally at the worst angle ever, it's actually doing some damage. Server's having a little bit of rubber banding after that HE round, but ooh. Wow, Don, you don't even play my fucking ops. You've never played one of my ops, you little shit. I just met you on the internet one day. Big sad. More 50 cal fire, so that's gonna prevent them from scaling that tower. Sea-Wiz is Blue 4 AI to change them to Op 4. Op 4 would have to hit this terminal defense area. But you can just blow them up with a single round of AT. Laser lagging around. Oh my God, hiccups. Alright, oh my God, Laxor has somehow gotten down there. And the desync battle has begun. And Lazor wins with his lag switch. That door is now magically opened and Blue 4 has appeared.
I think, touch wood, we're good.
Okay. I am noticing a little bit of desync right now, but that's okay. How are you doing, NASA?
Killed someone. Panicking, but all good. Bit better. The CIWS just killed somebody. Didn't think that would happen.
Oh yeah, on the yes it did. I was watching a firefight in the tower. This time Laser gets taken out by Liziak. Only knocked unconscious though. Doesn't need to be double tapped. And yep, the Sea-Wiz did claim a victim. And that victim was Zang Zang the Pooh. The squad leader. Of course. Yeah, it kills one of the most important people in the group there. But you still have Op 4 trying to take out these guys in the towers as they move in. You still have two guys on the internal defense here, doing their best to hold out. One of them has a 320 launcher out. But there's the Sea-Wiz firing at some guys to the north now. No, it's firing at the helicopter. As it's going to deploy that STV down. Not sure where it's going to go just yet. Op 4, I think, have now taken control of the racetrack position because Blue 4 left it undefended, so they'll have 4 digits of this code. AT blowing up that final Sea-Wiz. And we also have Mile getting blown up by either a UGL or a grenade. I think that was a UGL there. So, running out of defenders here. Gemma in here trying to keyhole through that little slit in the battle tower. He just can't seem to find the angle that he wants. As I say that, he gets it. And knocks out Judo. Op 4 immediately turns around. They know exactly where he fired that shot from. But I think Op 4, they just have the numbers here to take this position because Blue 4 only defended it with a single group. And that
Very
STV...
surprised Blue 4 or Red 4 aren't pushing the towers here. Very surprised they're not pushing the towers.
They've been trying. It's just in the one-on-one fights and the Sea-Wiz also suppressing them. It's been hard for them to do so, but now because they've noticed they took so many casualties or hits as they tried to move up or fire, they're now going for the central building. You got other people trying to push them. So I think Gemmin is the only guy in the tower still up for Blue 4 at this point, and then you have those 2 core defenders. We'll just have to see how that all goes down. So after this fight, the main fight's going to be for the damaged frigate. And then beyond that, it's going to be for the airbase at this point. Round is roughly halfway completed as well. So we'll just have to see how things go. So, NASA, to borrow your ear for a second, where's the next round? Are you going to cap that at 150 or...
The next who? Sorry, what?
Well, I mean, this is the second OFCRA versus BIA. Is there plans for a third one?
There most definitely will be.
All right.
I'll have to organise it. Don't know. I think 170. We obviously this is working, but I wouldn't want to do it with any players again.
Yeah, I'd take it down to I'd take it down to 150 or 140 because we're at about 160 right now, a little over 160.
It's 155.
Great GL right there.
And it worked.
And do 155 again, I'd say.
Yeah, 165 wasn't too bad to be fair. We could do it that. The issue is we have so many teams at OFCRA that it just feels a bit bad not inviting people.
Yeah.
You want to get all your mates on it, especially if you're going to go so high with your numbers.
Well, I mean, you want this is just like something special to do like once a month, I'd say, at most. Got some penetration around going in here as Blue Force down to one last guy holding this position. Woo! Holy fuck is right in disconnecting. This is getting messy. Oh no, okay, so the Blue 4 guy woke back up, came downstairs, and got shot. Now you got this fight going on.
Can I nominate a midway point MVP?
Huh?
I nominate a midway through MVP.
I'm sorry, one more time, that went over my head.
Can I nominate an MVP for halfway through the game?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to nominate Glenn from the BIA. The man is a Chad. He was having FIFA difficulties with me and was like, oh, NASA, can you please help me do da-da-da-da? And I said, sorry, mate, there are enemies near you. I can't help you out. It'll be a bit unfair. T says, okay, one moment, turns his T-fire on, kills two enemies next to him, turns his T-fire back off again, comes said, okay, now that's sorted. Can you help me with this, and this? Chad behavior. Then I laughed for like 4 minutes and then said, sorry, mate, the squad is still near you. I can help you after there. Then he says, all right, fair enough. Turns his T-fire back on again, gets onto the carrier while it's being assaulted by an entire squad, gets onto a car, drives off the carrier, drives I was watching all that. Sea, dips immediately, gets onto his boat, James Bond style, comes back to me, solves the issue, pieces out.
He had a chat with Nubas, though, on the Op4 side as well. I saw that.
Insane behavior.
I know. Welcome to BIA.
Match for me, easily.
Some of these guys, man, they're pretty vicious. But otherwise, real quick, I just want to note, Op4 now have all parts of the code. So now the fight's going to be for the
if they have all parts, then yeah, it's just to the frigate then. If they can get the frigate launched, then this is going to be the main decider. I'm surprised BIA didn't defend with more force. They have so many men located near
the terminal, especially.
Yeah, especially the terminal, yeah. All the terminal things, all the things are dead. I mean, it's nice to defend it so you don't get shot in the back, but is it really worth defending it with that much manpower? I
mean, Op4 have also decided to turn one of their helicopters into a submarine and land them on the ocean next to the airbase. So, very interesting play there. That was also the commandos that stormed the aircraft carrier. So they're trying all sorts of operations today. So, very interesting. Yes, Holy Fuck is coming back on the server. I would say the name MVP right there is Mr. Lee Fuck. Yep.
There are some good ones. Looks like a name MVP though.
For a name, no, NAME. Name MVP, not main MVP.
Yeah.
Name MVP.
I know.
Hey, Kurt, how you doing?
Can you go wrong with Suck D nuts? Can you go wrong with
No, you can't.
Gucci Mane is pretty
Gucci
good.
Mane, yeah.
Gucci Mane is pretty good. I give that top 3. Top 3 are Gucci Mane.
Someone had a play on Winnie the Pooh, but I think he changed it to Zane the Pooh instead. No, there he is. He's under AA squad. Nincompoop? No, Nimbu. It's Winnie Dapu.
We need Dapu. That's
Winnie Dapu. I love it. That's good to hear, Kurt. Otherwise, OPFOR are continuing their assault here, slowly gaining ground and encircling Blue 4, who have tried to take up the ridge. We have another Blue 4 squad slowly getting pushed by a large OPFOR group, but a few well-placed grenades, UGLs, and whatnot can easily thin that force out. Yeah, and they quickly pull back after getting a guy knocked unconscious. That was 6-4 getting shot as Blue 4 try to hold the position from a second-story area. So some good hits being inflicted here on OPFOR by Blue 4. But OPFOR, I mean, they're slowly pushing other angles, and they'll be redeploying their forces to other areas. I think those SVDs, in case this OPFOR force falters, are also going to be deploying just outside the ladders to climb up and take the frigate from the sea area. All right, so with that, I'm still waiting to see if OPFOR can get up to Blue 4's position from the rocks, but it looks like they're giving up on that because there's just a solid piece of rock in the way, unfortunately. So OPFOR is going to have to try to get around this spot and engage it from where they can. They knocked Yuzu out, and otherwise that other large OPFOR group slowly trying to push that Blue 4 position, but not having much success. So otherwise OPFOR, I mean, they also have the boats. They can ride those boats down and provide 50 cal support as they come up from the rear. So yeah, we've got plenty of time here, but I think this ship is eventually going to go down because OPFOR is just going to utilize their number superiority. But as I say that...
they're having a real hard time pushing on. The OFCRA team, the OFCRA teams to the further east are having a way easier time than the west. In the west, they're taking 2 lines of fire, and they haven't really got much heavy weapons that they can inflict back at them.
That's a great way to put it. They are utilizing smoke grenades, though, to push up right on top of these Blue 4 positions. So I'm thinking at that point, with their numbers and the amount of volume of fire they can put down by being in such close proximity, they'll be able to turn around. Grenade gets thrown right on Nice Flesh, and he gets knocked out.
As we say that, and as you say that, here come the boats.
Yep, from the north. And again, I was saying earlier, I think with the 50 cal support, they're going to be able to get up to the boat and overwatch their own guys as they climb up, because we also have the SVDs coming in. As I say that, though, I just watched one of the boat guys get knocked unconscious. Never One is on con right now. That's worrisome. He got pulled to the other side now as someone's dragging him out of the water as they're swimming. I don't know. So even with Blue 4's position, I do agree they are going to inflict heavy casualties on this OPFOR group. But points-wise, I think OPFOR is in a good spot right now. Viper getting picked off and double-tapped. Because with this many numbers, and if Blue 4 just doesn't play their explosives right, it's just a numbers game at the end of the day. So that first building has been almost fully cleared out. You still got Bixford up here. Now, one thing about these buildings is... Oh, I just watched a guy on the ladder get his head blown off. But yeah, these buildings don't render grenades properly, so those grenades just fell through the floor. Usually they got caught in the ladder, but might be a different type of vehicle. But we got one boat coming by. Another SVD is actually deployed on the oil platform. Is this their guy with their... He's got a gun bag of some sort, and he's got an SVD, so I think OPFOR is going to try to set up snipers around the boat to pick off anyone on Blue 4's side, which would work because they got quite a few prone dudes in this vehicle here. I just heard AT get launched. Might have been after the boat, but I don't see any explosions here, so I don't know where that ended up. All right, so we still have 25 plus 8 would be 33 minutes, so late game. No, I think we're at 40 minutes at this point. 42. No, 32. 32. That's it. No. Whatever. We're still in the middle of mid game here, and there's still a lot that can happen. That's what I'm gonna go with. Also, I will say I'm a little tipsy because my chat keeps making me drink, so it happens. I know, Mini Miner. I know you want it. Speaking of drinking. Oh, man. I'm almost out, by the way, so I might have to go get another one, too. That's a regular hydrate. It's a hydrate chased with a hydrate. So I do like how Blue 4 is trying to camp this one area. OPFOR is trying to clear out positions with grenades, but the physics of these buildings is being quite weird with that grenade clearing, but we're going to start seeing them clear this next building. Moving up and clearing it as is. Another grenade bounced off, had a bad bounce. But everyone was able to pull away from there. But I do appreciate OPFOR's cautiousness here. Meanwhile, on the other flank, we have only one Blue 4 guy survivor on that side because there were multiple guys up on the rocks. I'm seeing 1, 2. There is a third body somewhere around here because that was originally former mid team, and Yuzo is trying to climb back, probably to make it to the ladder to climb back on the ship.
Look at loading in the south next to the damaged JZ Yagi. He's inside a Chinese Tiger, and I think he's just going to drive right past the entirety of OFCRA, probably get team killed, but if he makes it past that far, then it'd be a commendable thing.
We'll see what he pulls here. I'm
also
hearing
driving very cautious.
Heavy caliber fire going on. That is the Lynx. We have a Lynx firing at Blue 4 as well as an SVD from that oil derrick, and they're trying to pick people off. It looks like they're working on trying to hit Zero here. Zero's now going to radio that in and state, hey, we are under attack from snipers. I also really appreciate, who is this right here? Game Nighted's position. He is prone with that Vector. Not the best weapon to have at this range, but I do appreciate the positioning he is on to stop anyone from just running up and getting onto there. But once people wise up to his position, he will more than likely get picked off, but maybe he'll be able to get a few good licks in. But again, that issue with that 45 ACP Vector is going to cause him trouble. Otherwise, we have Michael back here with that M40A5. He's doing his best to get some pickoffs, but he is taking some return fire from OPFOR to the east as he desperately tries to get some headshots with that bolt action. I know, right? The only bigger caliber I know of in Arma 3 that you can carry is from a PTRS with the... Actually, is a PTRS? No, I think a PTRS is 20 millimeter. I could be wrong, though. That might... No, it is 12.7, which is 50 cal. Oh!
All right. Dragon Empress is still in play with his big minigun.
Ezio just got a great pick off.
Dragon Emperor is dead. They crashed into the sea, and all three of the Chinese transports are in play still. However, compare that to Blue 4, for which Glenn, the Chad, is still alive, but his Blackfish is sadly deceased.
Yeah, it's the biggest caliber I know of.
The other Black Hawk is also deceased, as is the third. I don't know if they have any air assets still in play on Blue 4.
I think they just gave up on him, because Loading, for example, he was part of an air asset, but now he's just chilling this Vic, potentially trying to find a position to move up on. Mix hasn't woken back up after getting picked off by OPFOR as he was sniping and counter-sniping. And I got this boat driving in with the 50 cal firing down as, I mean, the entirety of OFCRA is going to just start encircling this position. And they might take heavy casualties doing it, but they will eventually take this ship.
Yeah, I think Blue 4 have put themselves into a bit of a corner here by not taking more care of their air assets. They have a situation now where they really want to reinforce the Yagi, and they've got excellent opportunity to do excellent. Look at the team they sent across from the JZ airbase towards the Yahagi, right? It's on foot, it's going to be very slow. This would be benefited by one, either a vehicle transported by their air assets, or two, just a simple air asset drop themselves. But they've put themselves into this position unintentionally or intentionally where they're heavy on the airbase, and that helps them out in the late game, but it's really hurting them in the mid game then.
So we do have Glenn with the boat. He might be able to come up and actually pick up some Blue 4 guys and help them move, and at the rate they're going, they might actually be able to make it.
Again,
I know.
Time after time after time. This man, what cannot he do?
We'll see how it goes. So OFCRA boat now deploying forces down to climb the ladder, get up on this position. We do have people camping the ladders though, so it's going to be difficult. Smoke grenades being thrown up as well. I feel like Pooh's going to get picked off, and then See You Son is going to notice that and pull back immediately. OFCRA still continuing with a few defenders on the boat itself. We see some, not blown out, but some heavily damaged glass windows here, as they've been taking fire. We have some of the bullets actually penetrating too and ricocheting around. And a body up there too. Mix was able to wake back up. He only has a bolt action and a handgun, so we'll see what he's able to pull here.
Oh, the maneuver. What you say? His handgun is a MP7.
Oh yeah, very true. And he's able to kill a machine gunner with it. Heard some AT fire go on the boats, but I think it hit the window, did minimal damage.
Mix is a serious issue though for all this.
People might come around the corner. Nope, they might see the body though. Mix, the one issue he has is the length of the barrel of his M40A5 is going to give him away. So he has to be really careful about that. I do appreciate him being cautious here, smoking his positions, but that's a tough call. But OFCRA doesn't know where he is because they might think he's above him.
Oh.
This might give Mix some opportunity here to kill Ash or Wombat. But does he take it? Throws a grenade in there. Instead, it goes to the next building. But that might pull Wombat and Ash into another vulnerable spot for Mix to take him out as he pulls away instead. Interesting calls here. Yep, so as I predicted earlier, Pooh got taken out. See You Son now camping the ladder as Blue 4 able to pick him up. We have OFCRA deploying on the other ladder here, though. I don't see a ladder, though, for them to climb up to the main area here to cross, so they're going to be spawn camped until OFCRA can come up the main area, jump onto the ship, and then take this group out. Or, I mean, we do have a helicopter from Dragon Empress here. Yep.
And they need it full of blokes. That's what they honestly, without, I think their intention maybe is to strafe the helm of the ship, but it won't work. They need to have an entire section be dropped on top of the helm, rappel down, and storm the bridge. Coming in from the back like they're trying to do.
It's gonna be tough.
Not gonna work. They're gonna get picked off rather while climbing ladders. It just isn't the play.
Yeah. I'll be right back 1 second.
Pogo smells. Alright. Go on you chat. Pogo smells. He's German. He smells. Don't like it. Don't tell him.
Sorry about that. Now you got the massive OFCRA charge as people bolt in. Not all are able to make it. Laugen kills himself.
Oh, look at the thing strafing the back of the plane.
Oh my god.
That is actually so
He killed someone too. He just got another guy. The AA dude.
That's so cool.
Wow,
Oh my
everyone in the back of that the boat is now dead. And everyone else is falling back. As OFCRA now breach and take everyone out. This is just a storm in force.
Like, it's like, you know, they go to the bridge and they go to the helm of the ship. And it
My
really
God.
It's pretty great.
What a freaking clear out there. Great play by Empress there too, by clearing out the back. Infantry would have eventually reached it, but now you have this massive simultaneous attack. Hydrate. So you still got Mix alive over here now in a firefight. Quite a few hits there though, as OFCRA continue to push his position. And I don't know, Rick's now trying to flank around on Mix. Mix is crippled too, so he's not gonna be able to get out of there. Rick taking some damage from that grenade as they exchange fire.
And he goes down.
Now to the ship.
Oh, this is... Oh, yeah, that's...
Oh my God, and now it's strafing the bridge!
Get the fifth kill.
He did get some kills! Blue Fort quickly trying to come up and reinforce, but they're not quick enough. This is exactly what you called out, something like the helicopter coming down. We are now in officially late game. Actually, it was only a 3-minute save start this time, right? Because of the previous round. So it's gonna, the end point's gonna be at 133 instead of 138, because usually it's an 8th minute, but because of the server crash. So yeah, I mean, this is the definition of late game, where OFCRA is storming one of the final objectives here. You got Rio corner camping here, but again, that 45 auto, not gonna do a lot. Big ouch. Movie moments, exactly. Lieutenant Jackson, welcome to OFCRA. Grenades being thrown around. That's gonna get a lot of kills. Oh, man. Chairman Mao, not scathed because the other two guys get blown away by that grenade. One guy left in the command room here. More grenades being thrown in as the one survivor tries to hold. Machine gunner runs in, pre-firing. And there he goes. Oh man, NASA. NASA, we're gonna see a cruise missile strike.
My apologies, Liru, I crashed.
You're good, buddy.
I just thought
Cruise missile is away!
Oh, beautiful. And, oh, the counterattack did it too late. I just thought about Liru though. Blue 4 could have closed the back doors to the destroyer.
Yeah, they didn't do it though, because they wanted to camp the ladders. So, I'm assuming it's successful if it says missile launch detected, right?
I mean, I'm going to go look at the Japanese carry now to watch this impact.
Yeah, now we just have to see the cleanup there, and then the final fight will be for the JSDF air base. Air, meanwhile, you've got another bird flying around.
Here I'm unable to see
under Dragon
how long
Empress.
we have left in this mission to take the air.
23 minutes.
23. That's a good amount of time, to be fair. It's a good amount of time.
I'm waiting to hear the impact of that cruise missile, but otherwise... Oh, hold up. Chopper just went down. Dragon Empress shot down there. And the pilot is trying to jump away now. Finding some of the Japanese boats here that landed some of this force. We also have a Chinese boat here, too. So he might be able to get away. Has the carrier exploded yet?
Not yet.
How long does the missile impact take?
A fair bit, to be fair, when I tested it.
Whew. All right, so Blue 4 sending up some QRF slowly. Let me know if you see it's about to impact. You got Doe loading his GL. Now he's under fire from Rick. Gets knocked to his feet as Rick comes around again. Doe stays up. Ooh, Doe actually managed to get Rick there. It's not GG just yet. There's still one more objective Blue Forest to defend, but I think points-wise, OpFOR's in a good spot. Yep, so as I predicted, Dragon Emperor is coming around with the boat now. Doe picking off Nannard as well. Patience. I don't know what Blue 4 is going to do at this point with their QRF force that try to come up here. Will they stay and fight and try to eliminate what they can of OpFOR, or they're going to pull back and try to hold the rest of the JSDF base? We have 21 minutes remaining on this round.
I'll just have a look back again at the... Alright, so the aim of the game right now is mobility. The island, the JSDF airbase is narrow. 4 or 5 routes into it, it can be held. The issue we have is that you actually mobilize your people to get assets have already been lost. This has already been going on for quite a while. Can you actually
OFCRA does a single round. But
which
it's
is issues.
double the time of a FNF round, pretty much. I don't know. I could see OpFOR mobilize. We're already seeing some of that being done with some of the SDV units. Some of the... We do have Dragon Empress that's come back with a boat here. Some other forces might be mounting up in some of these boats, but you're right. They do need to reorganize and reattack. But the transit time, especially using SDVs, is going to be a bit of a pain. Infantry also coming in. That's going to be a bit of a pain unless they swim it. But, yeah, there's a 20-minute call there. And there are the official calls there for all of the hacked terminals. So that's going up on OpFOR. Glad when he made the mission, he's also doing administrative stuff. So... I mean, you can trash him all you want, but he also has a job to do as maintaining this community, so if you don't mind. All right, Dix went down. Blue 4 just kind of holding their position at this point as a blocking force, but OpFOR could just reposition and bypass these forces entirely, but at this point, NASA, does OpFOR even need to take the JSDF base to officially win? After firing the cruise missile, points-wise?
No, I don't think they do need to take it. However, we don't play like that. I'm confident in Lolo's wanting purely just to stroke his own ego to try and take every single point available. Yep,
and he is still alive, so...
Yeah, very much so.
With that, we'll see how things go. It's just a matter of... In the 19 minutes, does he have enough time to reposition everyone with the available assets he has? And I think the answer is honestly no. He does have a helicopter potentially coming to pick him up. He's got 2 helicopters down actually to the south. Those could be utilized, but even then, that's going to leave about 10 minutes to get your forces on the airbase. Blue 4 are heavily fortified here, but...
Insider information. If he ever got this far, he revealed to us that his plan was to literally just rush across the bridges in cars. So he does not need 10 minutes for that. The issue, he does need to get those cars onto his blokes.
Right.
Most of them are left back on the carrier.
But that is the issue in and of itself, though, is getting those cars to the OpFOR players here. Which, I mean, he has the helicopter set up. He can tow them in, but that's going to take time because you can't go full speed with your helicopter to get your vehicles in, because if you go past a certain speed, the ropes snap. So in this limited amount of time, I don't see it happening, in all honesty.
And now it seems like Red 4 have been caught in a bit of a predicament. They're trying to exit the town, but BIA are actually set up to
around it.
Blocking force. Yeah, definitely the blocking force quite well.
So again, I see OpFOR remounting in the boats, though. They'll take the naval approach to bypass this blocking position. They're leaving some forces to hold these forces in play, but I think that still gives them plenty to assault the airbase, because the boats can then ferry the other guys that are on the northern side of the bridge onto that airfield as well. And, I mean, I think it's just going to be up to the calculation run at the end. But as said earlier, I think OFCRA's already won this point-wise. But, you know, it's PvP. Have fun with it. Fives, what am I gonna do with this information, man? I'm a YouTuber. I don't know tactics. I just look cool. So it's just a bit of a lull here at this point. We got one boat deploying, and again, it can pick up more people and ferry it, but I think OPFOR just have a bit of a logistical issue. We got 2 helicopters coming in, but with no vehicles being slun roped, so I imagine they're just going to land, pick people up, and they're just going to go right for the airfield here.
I'll say something. They do have parachutes in those helicopters.
Go for it.
Now that I speak of insider information, I think that not to get all political, but Homestead Airport was actually mentioned when in the briefing, I think.
Oh
when
my fucking god.
So I think there's a very reasonable chance we see a very hot drop.
VDV this bitch.
Hot drop onto the point.
I mean, at this point, why not? Because you've won the main objective. The JSDF airbase is just the icing on top. Ay, ay, ay. I remember our Hostomel airport op. Players were Ukrainians. They counterattacked and took the position from Russian VDV. That was 2 months ago? It's good shit. That was for charity stuff, too. Raised a few thousand. Donated it to, God, Ukrainian charity. I forget the name. Yeah, good shit. Oh, a regular hydrate. I'm going to be honest, I've been drinking the quoted hydrate myself.
So. Relatively quickly. They can get 3 squads on that location in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, so the SCVs are going to get there in 5 minutes. The boats probably deploy first, but we'll see where they're actually going, because I just saw one boat just immediately U-turn.
Yeah, I think that boat has half the squad, and the other boat has the other half of the squad.
Helicopters coming in now to potentially pick up the rest of the force. The question is, can Blue 4...
in an interesting position, considering... I think Red 4 are going to lose all the helicopters. I don't know what the hell that helicopter is.
Yeah, he almost hit a tree and he pulled up at the last second.
The second one is doing something equally questionable. What is going on? Well, I mean...
OFCRA pilots!
I mean, we have some good ones. They're all currently not in helicopters, the good ones. That's interesting, but you know, it is what it is. You try your best.
It is what it is.
Speaking of boats, however, I think that boat has been spotted by the Japanese team on the shore.
Mm-hmm.
I hope both those boats get out now, otherwise they are going to meet their end, I think, by Enlaw.
Fucking hiccups.
Oh god, they actually are going to meet them by Enlaw. Look at that 4-man team coming. Oh, that is so close to the enemy.
I hate hiccups so much. Before otherwise landing their helicopters, picking up the rest of these infantry. Fucking hiccups.
Yeah. This is a get out of dodge. Oh my god, that guy is not good. He is not a good pilot. Oh my... That is hurting me to watch. Who is that? She-Fuck. Who is She-Fuck?
She-Fuck is the best helicopter pilot that the PLA has to offer. I don't know what you're talking about.
Doesn't mean he's a good pilot. Maybe the 17 like lagging a bit. That's probably right.
So we got some fire coming in from a hilltop that's overwatching this landing site, but it's only slight. I'm doing my best, Drakon. And the helicopters are getting out of here just as Blue 4 lines up their AT section. Boat's also hiding for the moment. But now this entire force will be able to get out of here and reposition on the JSDF position. As we have this massive infantry charge going over a bridge right now. God, I hate hiccups.
Yeah, they're gone.
One of the boats got destroyed.
The second one, I'm not too sure if I can get out.
It's trying.
It is trying. It's taking a lot of fire on its way out, though.
Yeah. But I think the remaining infantry on the boat that got shot down are pretty much screwed here. Ah. I gave you hiccups, I'm sorry. When the helicopters got hit, everyone's quickly grabbing a parachute, except Manchote, who jumped out and killed himself. Because he was below the 100 meter, whatchamacallit, range to activate the parachute, so, whew, there they go.
God.
There they go.
And the only two people who survived the FAWR, who aren't even like actually part of that squad, they just jumped in to give him a hand. That is hilarious. Hilarious stuff.
Oh man.
Oh god, that is good.
SDV is still moving into position here. I don't know where they're gonna go specifically.
Alright, so
When the helicopters have
plan
to
of
put
attack, it
forces
seems.
there though.
On the far east, on the northeast rather, or the northwest rather, the northwest there is the FJB, the Germans. That is a combined German and British team, which can push, but I think they've got one of the better positions to push from. I think it's not too bad. The Southern Diver teams, their position to push from, if they come in where I think they're going to come in, is kind of dreadful. But I wish them the best. Everyone else who is walking, I have no idea what their intention is. If they just choose to walk across the bridge, then, you know, shit power to them. But rather you than me, pal. Especially with no fucking cars. Yeah, good luck. I suppose there is a car coming to give them a hand
there's
now.
two coming up now.
Oh, look at this. Anyone call an Uber? This is great. They actually are going to do a fucking charge across the bridge as well. Oh, this is good. This is good.
I think they're going to be able to fit every... No, there's some more on the rear. Almost everyone. One car's going to have to come back and pick more people up.
Yep.
I fucking hate hiccups. So fucking much. I'm trying everything. Drinking water, phasing myself out, holding my tongue on the fucking bridge of my nose. Like, nothing works right now. I have been holding my breath. That's not working either. See, I'll try again. Watch.
Oh, they've actually had a beachhead. They've got a beachhead at the edge of the airfield. That is important. And the diver team has made it ashore.
Fuck, see, I'm holding my breath. Not working.
Right, Liru, how long have we got left?
We have 7 minutes. Because it was only a 3-minute safe start, right?
Yep, I think so.
So all four just need to get a lot of forces into the airbase zone. Will they be able to pull it off, though? That is the real question. And I lied. Looks like they were able to fit everyone in the gazes.
All right, time for a look at this. This is going to be an absolute mad lad charge.
Loop, I've been trying. Like, everything that normally works right now isn't working.
I'm going to see a lot of casualties here, but it's kind of funny, so who cares?
Ooh, Enlock comes up short as they literally charge in. Another Enlock dodged.
Oh, that is a fast way to dismount, though.
Oh my god.
That is so bad. Go.
2 down right off the bat.
The second one dismount. That's a bit better, I suppose.
Pretty nasty grenade was just thrown, though. Goes a little far.
Oh, the diver team isn't really doing much right now, though.
What the fuck are drunk hiccups? Sail going down.
The diver team needs to get on the point, do something.
Now Russian OPFOR come down. Leap is trying to overwatch here with the M48-5. A lot of those OPFOR guys from one of the Vics were taken down. Yep. Nemo taking damage from Soup These Nuts. Nothing's working. I'm not even drunk right now. Yeah, so I got the SVD guys in this massive fire line here, picking off whoever they can.
Yep.
We have about 5 minutes remaining here. If OPFOR manages to pick off more Blue 4 guys, they might actually have the number advantage in the JSDF position. I'm not slurring, I'm fine. Oh, yes, Don, thank you. Solid advice there, I appreciate it. Oh my god, a fucking little desync war right there. I'm not getting caught right here. Oh, there he goes, he just goes around. Guys, I'm not hiccuping, I'm desyncing. Let's go with that, alright? I'm not hiccuping, I'm just desyncing. Ezio getting picked off. You got some more OPFOR guys on the northern side from that original crash site coming in. The one issue is Blue 4 is swimming around trying to kill some of those remaining OPFOR guys that weren't able to push in.
Manpower that's not on that cap zone right now.
That might cost him.
Ash coming with you.
Ash from FNF, and now NASA has to go deal with that because again he's being an administrator for this, which is why he can't always come and co-host. But as he does that, now I don't just hold my push to talk button. Now we got Demovar running out, fighting with multiple BIA members here.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Ouch. Demovar taken out. Rosso was knocked out as well, though. So continue fighting because they're going to add extra time for this round. Whew. Otherwise, I'll go Crayon. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice little kick out of the ending of this scenario, and I do apologize for my fucking hiccups. I can't fix them. Nice guy trying to noob tube here. He ends up putting that away as he spots Arnout coming down. Otherwise, OPFOR still trying to pick off who they can, though there's a little bit of friendly fire as they're shooting at Skywalker down there. Everyone trying to put a smoke grenade up there, ends up missing, puts more smoke up there, so they're trying to illuminate that one position. Right now, it's hard to tell who has more players in the zone. Calculations are going to go in under 2 minutes.
Yep.
As they do their best to duke this out. Meanwhile, looking at Blue 4's remaining force, still, as you said, a lot of manpower over at the damaged ship. I'm going to quickly go check on the carrier real quick. As
Take a missile.
it doesn't look like it because I still see the Blackfish on there fine.
That's depressing.
See, I did see the cruise missile
think
immediately go up into the air and
did
just
go
like
up,
stay
yeah,
going
yeah,
up
that is
instead of getting the
fast,
lock.
yeah.
So that's unfortunate, but still, I mean, point value wise, the aesthetic was good enough. I just cured my hiccup. There's a few other things I do to myself that I can do, so it worked. But anyway, finalizing this round. I'm pretty sure this is going to be an Op 4 victory based off everything that's happened because they got almost all the objectives done. I'll be curious to see where, whoever has the most players on this airfield, though, to finalize that mission. Mini, nope. It's finalized. Brain surgery is expensive, I'm sorry to say. All right, otherwise, Blue 4 doing their best to continue holding his position. Another guy just went down as Dennis picked him off. And he picked off a pilot, too. I mean, everyone they pick off in the zone is going to help them out in the future. Looking at this, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Blue 4 guys in the zone to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're seeing a parachute landing going on here as FAWR redeploys.
FAWR get back in the fight.
Oh, man.
Oh, that is good. Oh, that is good.
Are they going to land on the battle tower? Yes!
I think get in for it.
Please! He's going to do it.
He did it. He did it.
Attack from above.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, he did it.
Oh, the other guy just... Oh, man. No domination bonus, but everything else.
Everything else.
19 to 23, though, because BIA had most of their manpower on a different area as well.
Oh, I'm not going to lie, Liru. If I was to give some aftermath thoughts for that, that was still very close.
It was, yeah, 19 to 21 or 23 players.
Yeah, that was entirely, I think, on the last
Niner just cleaned up both of those
BIA.
Blue 4 guys. Yep, just a little bit of misposition of forces, but ooh.
Yeah, they came to play. That was very close. It's interesting. Both the games we've had against the BIA.
Can I have a mod pay it out to OFCRA, by the way?
0 stomp, and yet also a very close game. This one, whatever it was, stomp, and also an insanely close game. These scores are not reflective in the slightest of how this has played out.
Mini, DM me. We'll talk. Because I'm a little buzzed right now, so I'm in no position to negotiate for the sake of my finances. Drink more? No. No. There's prediction played out at least as Blue 4 camps this out. Ooh. You know what, Mini? Fuck it. Yes. Sure. Why not? Go for it. I'll be nice, because I'm in a vulnerable position. And never won getting a double kill right there, clearing the tower. Mini offers on the table until the stream ends in up to 5 minutes. All right? How about that? And the chopper just... yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Mini. Why not? Only because I'm tipsy right now, and fuck it. Fuck it. As I'm not sure if you just saw the freaking helicopter kamikaze right there, but all of Blue 4 is dead on this position.
Yeah, we'll let
Taliban pilots.
We'll let them try and retake it, but yeah, that comes to the event. Right, you. Thank you for coming to our event, Liru. I think.
Yeah, thanks for hosting.
Shaky start.
All right, Mini, fine.
You know,
Before-
it worked.
Fine.
They're
It
an
worked.
outside
It
team
I'm gonna
worked.
write it down
squad.
right now as a mental note,
I was
and we will see it
slightly
run
worried,
either next
but
Wednesday or Sunday.
It worked out well.
Actually, back on that.
Lure
Right
into
on
the
us.
CCP.
But yeah, perfect.
Well, I will see you guys next week, NASA. Good luck, cause I'm gonna dip out.
No, yeah, to be fair, yeah, totally better.
Right out. All right, guys. So, let's see, because scheduling wise, Saturday we got Starship Trooper. Sunday we have a horror op. Wednesday I have something planned. So Sunday, Mini, is when I'll host your stupid fucking Among Us thing, because I'm in a good mood right now. So I'm making a mental note of that, and then, yeah, I will come up with another meme op. So we'll see how things go, and I will give you guys a new deal to follow up with. But, you know, Liru has a mortgage to pay. But anyway, that was a pretty fun match. Sorry about the crash in the beginning, but hey, you know, server stability sometimes is an issue. But otherwise, we will be back in an hour and 30 minutes for the Pog Op because we're running them at 7 o'clock now, not 6. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Hopefully I'll see you in an hour and a half. And otherwise, cheers and have a good one.